What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Char Slayer here. You see that I'm a little scruffy right now. You know, we in the trenches. But what I've realized is that a lot of people are scared of debt, ignore debt, don't really understand how credit cards work, really not understand how debt is the leading magnet in generational poverty. And I really want to break down in today's video how exactly we can overcome debt. And if you stay to the end, I'm going to give you guys some resources for you to actually go to so you can make sure that you're taken to the next level in regards to getting rid of all of your debt. All right, I'm back in business. So how many times have you guys heard that people are between $25,000 and $100,000 in debt, right? How many times have you guys heard that, you know, we need to turn liabilities into assets? So I really want to break down what is a liability and an asset and how to really go about removing yourself from being in that $25,000 to $100,000. I believe the average person is $50,000 in debt, including myself. I'm in debt, right? So I'm going to be giving you guys some strategies on how exactly to decrease that debt, because I was at 80 and I am now down to 50. So I really want you guys to really, listen to what I'm saying. I know exactly, you're probably looking at me like, man, you're still in debt. How exactly are you going to teach me? Well, this is the journey of getting out of debt, right? And I've literally paid $30,000 off of debt so you guys can actually learn the strategies of how I was able to do it. So let's go ahead and get right into it. So what is a liability? So a liability is someone who is in debt, right? Someone who uses bad debt, someone who is responsible for bad debt. And I really want you to understand that you have to get out of the liability mindset. A lot of people view liabilities like it's a great thing to have. Like it's not a great thing to have. There's nothing wrong with debt, but there's a difference between good debt and bad debt. Now, good debt is what we like to call assets. So if you guys have heard of Airbnb, have heard of Toro, those are usually people would get funding, which are loans, which are that's the facts, and use that and create it into good debt to create cash flow. And that's what we want. That's what I'm really wanting you guys to understand, to turn liabilities into assets. Use that debt and create cash flow, create income out of it. That's what creates a great system. That's what creates cash flow. And that's how you differentiate between good and bad debt. All right, so I want to really break down how to reduce your liabilities and create more assets. So I got some notes here that really will break down steps on or strategies on how exactly to get yourself out of bad debt and transition into learning how to become in good debt, getting funding, right? So the first thing is you can create income streams from credit cards. So if you don't really know how the credit card game works, I have a video really breaking down how exactly you can become funded as a forex trader. But the strategy that I broke down there, you can literally use that for anything. If you want to create businesses, create anything in that sorts, that video will literally break those down. If you want to actually learn in immense detail of in the strategies and steps on how to gain $25,000 to $100,000 in funding, not $25,000 to $100,000 in debt, not bad debt, but funding, you can click the link below. Apply below. Social Currencies is my company that we actually help people gain funding. So if you actually want to learn how to gain funding to create and to actually turn your liabilities into assets, go ahead and apply below, and we'll go ahead and set you up with our success reps so we can go ahead and take you to the next level. So the next way of using your credit or using and turning liabilities into assets is you can use something called trade lines, right? So trade lines, you can add 10 people to your trade line as an authorized user, charge them $600. So if you're charging 10 people $600, that's $6,000, or that's $60,000, right? Let me make sure I'm doing it. No, that's $6,000, excuse me. That's $72,000 per year additionally to your income. Every single year, you're making an extra $6,000 per month by just adding someone as an authorized user on your trade line. So the next thing that we can actually do is actually converting your credit into cash. All right. So this is more for entrepreneurs. Okay. So you can use your credit cards. Let's say you have a credit card. Let's say you got a $25,000 credit card, and you have a reward that says if I purchase at least $10,000, I can you can use that for traveling, right? So what I would do is I would use that credit card, buy something from Apple, then say, hey, you know what? I want to return this. I really want to go to Windows instead. And boom, you bought $10,000 worth of equipment from Apple. And from there, you now have reward points to be able to travel for free. You're not going to Windows. You just bought something to return it so you can get those reward points. And then from there, you still have all your capital. That is an interesting way. This is in order for you to travel for free or to get hotels for free, any of those sorts. So if you need capital, here's a way to fund your business, right? You can control your own credit, right? It's easy to do. So look, I got a bonus tip for you guys. What you know how people literally have car fleets, like rental car fleets? The way they do it is they leverage their credit, all right? So what they do is they go to Navy Federal. Instead of going to the dealership and having to pay, put money down and all this other stuff, what they'll do is they'll go to Navy Federal, apply for an auto loan for, let's say, about $100,000, then use that auto loan and then purchase fleets of cars from that. Now they only have to pay for insurance and a monthly car note and never have to worry about the down payment or anybody running their credit on the dealership side. They run your credit like 4 to 7 times or something like that, and you have like so many inquiries. No one wants to have all those inquiries. You could have one inquiry from Navy Federal, then having 7 to 10 inquiries from a dealership because they're running your credit through, I don't know what they're running it through, and then having to put money down and then have a car note, and then you have to put car insurance. Or you could just go to Navy Federal, get 100 bands, go to the dealership, then get the car, only pay for the car note and car insurance, and get a fleet of cars. Now you can put that on Turo, and now you're making consistent. I'm telling you, per car, depending on the car, and let's talk only economy or even the base, or even a little bit above that, you can make minimum $1,000 to $2,000 per month each car. So let's say 100,000, you grab 5 cars. Obviously with 100,000 you can grab more, but let's say you grab 5 cars, you can make an extra $5,000 to $10,000 just off the car, just off 5 cars. Now you're making 6 figures just from making a decision to fix your credit, go to the Navy Federal, and buy fleets of cars. That's crazy, right? Now you don't out the gate buy fleets of cars. You always want to be smart and maybe buy 1 or 2 now, learn the business, and then go from there and scale. But you want to make sure that you understand that this is how we change and turn our liabilities into assets. This is the way to go. Now, this is for my traders, right? This is for my Forex traders, my stock traders, whatever you want to call it. These are for my traders and how to fund your accounts. You can run the same plays that I just showed you and fund your account. Now, like I said, I have a video pertaining just on how to fund, so you can definitely check that in the description or up here somewhere. But you can literally fund your account from your credit. That's crazy, right? Let's talk about something, let's say you use personal credit instead of business, right? There's something called hiding utilization, right? And I'm gonna touch on this because there's a lot more that goes into this. Let's say you have $100,000 and you only want to put $50K in your account because you have to pay attention to your utilization in regards to your personal credit, right? So let's say you have that 100K, right? You only use 50K, put in your trading account, you have another 50K here. So you have 50K, 50K. You use this one, right? And you still have this one left. This one still needs to be paid for. So what we do is we have something called hiding utilization, where we use this 50K and we balance transfer it over here. Now we owe nothing. Now this is a zero balance, but we still owe this one. So then we just keep doing that same process and that same process and that same process. And then we just, and think about it. It's usually when you get a credit card, it's about 6 to 12 months with zero interest. So knowing that you have 6 to 12 months with zero interest, you can just keep transferring it over and over for 6 to 12 months and never really have to worry about owing anything. Now you can focus solely on creating cash flow with that 50K from trading. That is the way to do it, family. That's the way to really elevate the way that you want to trade. And then the money that you make from trading, you can put that in another trading account or another business venture. Man, it's so many different ways to do this. So many different ways. Like I said, if you actually want to learn more on the strategies and the tools and how to build your personal credit, to gain business credit, to use that to fund your trading account, fund your business ventures. I want to get more touching on these topics. Definitely click the link below, apply, come to our Success Rep and apply, see if you're fit for our company. And we want to make sure that you turn your liabilities into assets. We don't want any more liabilities. We only want to create cash flow. Family, I appreciate your time, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out.